What's up, peeps? Mike Vapes here. It's not really Mike Vapes, but it is Mike Vapes, but it's not really. It's MF Vape. How you doing, everyone? Right, today we've got a bit of a retro review for you. We've got the Icon RDA, which was designed by Mike Vapes and produced by Vandy Vape. And here it is. We've got it sitting on top of the Smock GX 350 device with a Zap Wraps cover on it. I thought I'd put it on here because this is a gold mod, and we've got the old gold ring on the bottom of the icon there. Anyway, it's 24 millimeters in diameter. You can use it in single core or dual core. We're going to do a dual core build today, down low, which is where we're going to go to now. So see you down low in a bit. Right, down at the table, here's the Icon RDA then. So at the top we do have an 810 fitting drip tip. From memory, I think this did come with 2 or 3 spare drip tips, but they're all 810 fitting. Quick look inside the top there. So we have got the O-ring that helps make the seal, so all of your 810s will fit. We've got Vandy Vape written on the top. We've also got some excess moisture from where I recently cleaned it. Apologies for that one. Have a quick look on the bottom next. We've got Icon there, Mike Vapes, and I think that's Stephen Z, Vandy Vape bloke at the time. We've got manufactured by Vandy Vape, serial number. There's a Phillips head screw for the negative post. It's the usual markings there. And we got a nice protruding gold plate 510 pin with the peak insulator, which does come above the negative there as well. So this is definitely safe to use on a hybrid mechanical device, in my opinion. So on the actual RDA then, there's Vandy Vape's logo that is engraved in. On this side we got the Icon logo. That's also engraved in there. No rough edges. Very nice indeed. And then you'll notice we've got these interesting airflow intakes here. This is fully adjustable. We've got 2-piece top cap, so you can just spin it round like that. And it's weird, this one. I remember it at the time. It's like you have 3 holes there. If you go a little bit further, you can sort of block that one up. So you just got 1 hole showing on either side. So you've got one shut off and this one open. You can close it completely or just do it so you've got the partial hole. And that's that, and it will keep spinning round obviously, and then open up the other side if you want, and then you can go round. And then if you want it fully open, you just have that bar in the middle. And that's in single core mode, because I'll show you in a minute, but when you take the top cap off, you can have this in single core mode as well. Put it around to this position and that'll be in dual core mode with it wide open on both sides. So let's just do that. Put it on the Addy stand to help it easier to get it off the mod. Diddy Gaff Addy stand as ever. Purchase it on Facebook. Right, here we are inside the top cap. Nice bit of doming going on, which does give better flavour. 2-piece top cap, so here's the sleeve and here's the adjustable airflow. So we've got the O-ring around the top. So as you notice, we've got, this is it for in dual core mode, and in single core mode you just have this one hole here if you've just got a core that's mounted on one side. So just to reiterate, single core mode, choose this position here, put the cap in like that, and the other side will be closed off, and then put it back on there, and then you've basically just got the air going to the one side. So let's have a look at this deck then. Very similar to the Peerless deck and a few others at the time. Gold plated, all of this is. You can put a squonk pin in there. We've got 2 O-rings around the bottom to help make the seal. We've also got the lip on the bottom here, which is also gold plated. So when you put this cap back on, you have got the lip, so it does stop it from leaking so much all over your mod. So that's good, but it's just that it's gold plated, which could put some people off. If you've got a stainless mod or something like that, it doesn't matchy very well, as Mike would say. Right, on the top then, we have got some lovely hex style screws, and I believe it did come with Phillips at the time. Nice beefy post holes, so you can mount the core. You can share the post, so we've got the positive on this side, but you can just see there the peak insulator does surround it. This is the negative side. So you can share the middle holes, so it gives you more room to put your wick, or if you've got a rather large wide core, you put one leg there, one on the outer, and the same one there and one on this outer if you're doing it from the other side. So we got a nice generous size juice well in this one as well. So let's throw a little build in it now. Right, I've just got my cores in, sharing the post. Now it is really fiddly, and I was having trouble doing it whilst it was on the table, so basically I had to use a screwdriver and sort of push one side in, like holding on to the other one, and it was just so fiddly I couldn't actually record it live. But anyway, we've used the coiny tool with this particular build, because if you measure the post, it comes to 4.5 mil. So I've cut the legs at 5 millimeters, which is slightly more, and as you can see, it's just coming out like in the middle of the deck. Now you can put it as close or as close to the center or further towards the airflow, your own choice basically, but that's just where I've had it. So because we've got a lip on here, you can like rest that airflow cap on there and sort of judge how high you want the core. And I like the bottom underside, so somewhere around there should be great, which a guide I do is basically do it to the top of where that lip is there. So yeah, get them both even like that, and then we can put it on a mod and bed the cores in. Top cap, line up the cores with it. We've got no locking mechanism, so you just have to do it by eye. So that is it. That's the Icon RDA cored and wicked up. So let's go back up top and I'll tell you my thoughts on it. Right, back up top with the Icon RDA by Mike Vapes and Vandy Vape. Right, this one's been out for a good 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, I would say. This one, I bought it back in the day. It's been sitting in the drawer for a good 1.5 years or so. I haven't really used it for a long time, but I thought I'd get it out to see what it compares like with today's offerings. So let's go on to fit and finish and build quality first with this particular one. Well, it looks pretty good, this one. I like it. It's nice and short and stubby, this one. Machine quality is very good. You got good O-ring tolerances to it. You can adjust the airflow relatively easy on the, as long as you hold on to the cap, because the trouble is if you don't do that, you've got a tendency to skew it, so it's offline with the coils, which was an inherent issue with a lot of these older RDAs in their time. But generally, it's really well finished. Very good. Bit of work, this one. The build deck's very nice. It's similar to the Peerless one, which just reviewed on the channel as well. But it's funny how at different times you tend to get different sort of build decks that follow suit. A bit of a trend going on. But post screws are also awesome on this one, though, so got no problems at all. Very easy to build on. If you're going to share the post like I did, it is a little bit harder than if you use the independent sort of slots in there. They have got the like lips, so it makes it a little less chance of them coming out. But it still was a little bit of a pig's ear sharing the two middle posts. Hence, I didn't do it on camera because I was struggling with it on the table. You need to sort of get it up to your eyes and sort of use a screwdriver to hold it in place while you're doing it. But yeah, it is generally well finished off, this though. Good build quality and a decent deck in it. So a pro for that. So let's stop waffling and have a little toot on it. Right, we got it at 90 watts and it's a 0.18 build. Here we go. Right, airflow's fully open. And you can hear it's a bit of a turbulent vape we've got going on. What's the airflow rating now out of 10? With 10 being the widest open, 1 would be super tight, a restrictive draw. It's quite an airy one, this. I would give it a good 9.5 out of 10. There's not a lot of restriction going on. Far too airy for me. You're not getting the best flavour. So let's knock the wattage down a little bit to 80 watts, and we're gonna close off one of the holes completely, so we just have like one exposed on either side. Right, 80 watts. Still a little bit turbulent, but compared with today's RDAs, like I've got the drop dead one here, which we're going to do the flavour comparison with. It is a little bit turbulent, but you are getting a nice draw from it, and the flavour's pretty good. But let's just knock it down a little bit more, so we'll just have a sort of like a quarter of it open now. I'm going to put that wattage down a little bit. Put it up to 65. And then you start to get that whistle going on. So one hole open again, because it is quite noisy, I'm finding. A little bit noisy and a little bit turbulent, this one is. You could also obviously put a bit more cotton in, that might dampen the sound a little bit. But let's just have a little go on the drop dead now. Got this at 90 watts, and we got the same cores in here. Here we go. Just give that a little bit more juice. This is awesome RDA, the drop dead. Give it a good 9 out of 10 for flavour, that one. What am I going to give the icon though? Put it up to 80. A little bit more juice. I used to love this one in the day, but compared with the drop dead, it's not quite hitting them up. Still pretty good. I'll give it a 8 out of 10 for flavour. The airflow's a bit turbulent for me though with the this icon. A little bit turbulent, a little bit noisy. But it is over 2 years old, this particular RDA. Doesn't quite compete though with the likes of the Drop Dead. The OBS Cheetah 3 is another one that I like, a dual core one recently. But yeah, it just shows you that with advances with designers, people like Brian from the Vapor Chronicles, Mike Vapes. I haven't tried the Rebirth RDA. I'd really like to try that one out. But the icon, I am noticing a bit of a difference. This one isn't quite as good as today's offering, in my opinion. So that's the end of the review, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give a little thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and to make sure you hit that little bell notification. You'll be notified of all my latest videos. Now I've got my own website too. It's mfvape.co.uk, and you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Okay, cheers.